Now we will see urine formation. The formation of urine is the result of the processes like glomerular filtration, reabsorption and secretion. Likewise, you have seen lastly how the nephron filters, then reabsorbs and secretes the urine in collecting duct. There are three processes: glomerular filtration, selective reabsorption, and tubular secretion. Filtration takes place in glomerulus. The first step of urine formation is the filtration of blood, that is efferent and afferent arteries. Got it? It is carried out by glomerulus. Hence, this step is called as glomerular filtration. As it is in glomerulus, it is called as glomerular filtration. Kidney filters about 1100 to 1200 ml of blood per minute. Per minute how much? 1100 to 1200 ml, which constitute roughly 1/5 of the blood pumped out by each ventricle of the heart in a minute. Each ventricle of the heart pumps some blood, which is 1/5 filtered in kidney per minute. The glomerular capillary blood pressure causes filtration of blood through three layers. Due to the pressure gradient, there is difference in pressure gradients in afferent and efferent arteries. That's why filtration takes place. And the filtration takes place into three layers. Which are these three layers? Endothelium, epithelium and basement membrane. The endothelium of glomerular blood vessels, the epithelium of Bowman's capsule and basement membrane present between the above mentioned two layers. Endothelium and epithelium के बीच में basement membrane. The podocytes, epithelial cells of Bowman's capsule, are arranged in such a manner so that some minute spaces called filtration slits or slit pores occur between them. That is, there are holes in between. The amount of the filtrate formed by the kidneys per minute is called glomerular filtration rate. Per minute जितना kidney filter करती है, that is called as glomerular filtration rate. On account of high blood pressure in the glomerular capillaries, the blood are filtered through these pores into the lumen of Bowman's capsule. But the RBC, WBC and plasma proteins having high molecular weight are unable to pass out it. There are small pores or holes in Bowman's capsule. Only waste is filtered. Otherwise, the big cells like RBC, WBC, plasma proteins, they are not filtered. They are passed through the artery again into the blood. Therefore, this process of filtration through glomerular capillaries in the Bowman's capsule is known as ultrafiltration, and the filtrate is called as glomerular filtrate. The filtrate, what the glomerulus filtrate is called as glomerular filtrate. It is hypotonic to urine excreted. The basic function of nephron is to clear out the plasma from unwanted substrate and also maintain the osmotic concentration of blood plasma. When the blood goes into the glomerulus, only which is unwanted or which is waste, that is filtered. The other good things, the clear plasma, again it is resent into blood. So it is hypotonic, not hypertonic. Okay. Thus the fluid coming out of urine, known as urine, whose formation occurs inside the kidney. What is glomerular filtration rate? The amount of filtrate formed by the kidneys per minute is called as glomerular filtration rate, GFR. In a healthy person, it was found approximately 125 ml per minute, that is 180 liters per day. GFR is regulated by one of the efficient mechanism carried out by juxtaglomerular apparatus, JGA. The juxtaglomerular apparatus is a special sensitive region formed by cellular modification in the distal convoluted tubule and the afferent arteriole at the location of their contact. This apparatus includes granular juxtaromular cells in the afferent arterioles, macula densa cells of DCT, granular lascis cells situated in between the two. A fall in GFR can activate the juxtaglomerular cells to release renin, which can stimulate the glomerular blood flow and therefore the GFR back to normal. This GFR is how much? 125 ml per minute, that is 180 liters per day. But do we pass urine 180 liters per day? No. So this glomerular filtered or filtrate is again filtered or secreted. So only if we see the GFR has a mechanism carried out by juxtaglomerular apparatus. It has three types of cells: granular, macular and agranular. By this, the filtered is taken into other parts of nephron, that is collecting duct. If this GFR is less, if it is less, what will happen? In blood, there will be more waste products. The waste product should go down, no? Out of the body. If GFR is less, then there will be more waste products in the blood. So, if the waste products in the blood are found more, these juxtaglomerular cells activate and they release renin to activate again this GFR, that is glomerular filtration rate. They increase GFR and make the blood normal. Now after glomerular filtration, there is selective reabsorption. This is the second step in the formation of urine from filtrate. Now we have all waste product filtrate, which contains water, all filtrates. The urine released is 1.5 liter as compared to the volume of the filtrate formed per day, 180 liter. It suggests that as much as 99% of the material in the filtrate is reabsorbed by the renal tubules. So again, what is in the filtrate? It is 99% of the material is reabsorbed. This process is called as reabsorption. Depending upon the types of molecules being reabsorbed, movements into and out of epithelial cells in different segments of nephron occur either by passive transport or active transport. So this reabsorption takes place by passive or active transport. These are described as follows. Water and urea are reabsorbed by passive transport because that filtrate contains water also and body needs water. So again water is reabsorbed, urea is reabsorbed. Water is reabsorbed by osmosis and urea by simple diffusion. Glucose and amino acids are reabsorbed by active transport. This glucose molecule and amino acids which are necessary for body are reabsorbed. The reabsorption of sodium occurs by both passive and active transport. Again sodium is very necessary. It is in filtrate. Again it is reabsorbed. The glomerular filtrate in the Bowman's capsule resembles blood plasma in composition except for plasma proteins and fats. Therefore, it is most isotonic to the plasma. This process occurs in proximal convoluted tubules, Henle's loop and distal convoluted tubule and collecting duct. This selective reabsorption takes place other than all parts of nephrons except glomerulus. Now the tubular secretion. It is also an important step in urine formation. Certain chemicals in the blood that are not removed by filtration from the glomerular capillaries are removed by the process of tubular secretion. Now again, some chemicals of blood are in the filtrate. Again it is secreted. It helps in maintenance of ionic and acid-base balance of body fluids by removing chemicals like foreign bodies, ions, that is potassium, hydrogen, ammonia, NH4, and molecules like medicines, etc., that are toxic at elevated levels. So they are secreted. Differences between tubular reabsorption and tubular secretion. What is reabsorption? It is reabsorbed in the blood. Secreted means it is out. Tubular reabsorption, it involves the absorption of water and useful solutes from the glomerular filtrate into the blood. And tubular secretion refers to passage of waste materials from blood into filtrate or nephrons. Means secretion is outside, from blood to urine. Tubular is from filtrate to again blood. Tubular reabsorption occurs by diffusion and active transport, and tubular secretion by only active transport. Tubular reabsorption occurs in proximal convoluted tubule, that is the first part after glomerular capsule. It occurs in distal convoluted tubule, that is next. Tubular secretion in distal convoluted tubule. Tubular reabsorption does not occur in animals that lack glomerulus, example marine fish and desert animals. Tubular secretion is the only mode of excretion in animals that lack glomerulus.